Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello there, producer. I'm online now. Weather is nice here. Okay, hello, everybody. Good to see you. My name is Lewis Schaffer. This is the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked podcast live stream. Thank you for coming. I'm trying to get the thing to the screen to be on the full screen. I don't know. Maybe you press the button. There we go. How are you? Look at how great I look. Let's be honest. Look at how great. It's Sunday. It's a great day because after Sunday comes Sunday night. And we're just going to sit around and do nothing all night Sunday night. I'm trying to get my blood pressure to be red, but my arms keeps on bursting out. Do I look muscly? No, probably I don't. Anyway, well, thank you very much. We got not everybody here, but we got the basic, enough people. Shanks is here. Claire C is here. Marianne. Warmelian is here. Mark J is here. Say hello to everybody. Simon Arnold is here. John Loynes is here. The producer is here, though he's going out to do something halfway through. So something. Rachel is here. I don't like to say it because I've got a lot of my favorites are here, and you know who my favorites are. You people, Shanks, Marianne, and Joe and Joodles, everybody. But my favorite name is Rachel. It reminds me of a girl. You know this. I told this story. How many times did I tell you this story? Rachel. Told you a lot of times. You, Jared, is here. Great show last night. Looked like you were getting on well with Blexley. Yes. I mean, I didn't get on well. My mood was bad the other night, and I yelled at Bill Bramall, and I feel bad about that. Even though I think it's evil. It's evil. It's evil when the left are evil. They're evil. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say it. It's not my business. I don't live in this country. Mark Therosian is here. So there you go. Ian Higgs is here. Everyone's joining in. It's 3 minutes after. Let me just do my blood pressure. Can you see the blood pressure? Not that it matters. I woke up this morning. I weighed 79. Okay. 0.2. I was 78.2 yesterday. So I gained a kilogram. How did I gain a kilogram? Any suggestions, anybody? Because I keep track of how... I can't talk. Let me just do this. I mean, it's good enough, really. It's down. I'm down. But taking 100 milligrams of losartan, but who knows what that's doing with my kidneys. Let me just take a picture of this thing. I didn't measure, and I'm talking to 163 over 102, which is, maybe you think it's going to kill me because they want to get down to 120 or something. Those evil drug state. The drug state, the left-wing drug state. I'm going to measure my blood pressure again. Okay, bear with me one more time, and then I should have done this beforehand, but I didn't do it beforehand. I didn't do it. I'm wearing a tight shirt too. Maybe that's making me. 157. Okay. All right. So thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Let me just take this thing. Put this over here. Put that over there. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Jimmy Melody is brand new. Hi, Lewis. I love your chats. Wise and funny. Well, that's only the second time in my entire comedy career I've been called wise. Once in Australia, and people like my comedy friends, here we were in Australia, and they laughed at me. They laughed. They laughed at me. They said Lewis Schaffer wise. They were right to laugh. Lewis Schaffer I wouldn't say is wise, but anyway. So Jimmy Melody is going to tell us where he's from at some point in the future. No rush. Rachel says, well done, you, Jared, for losing weight. I've also lost a couple of pounds. It's the Schaffer charm. Yeah, let's lose some weight. Lose some weight so Lewis Schaffer can fall in love with you, and it can amount to nothing. Nothing. You say I lost the weight, but I'm not interested in you, Lewis. Anyway, so Alan Williams is here. We got 32 viewers. It should be a big day today relative for us. We started off here, and they went slightly down, and now we're back. We're not back up to the place. We stay with like 75 people. I mean, this is about enough. This is as many people as I can handle talking to you guys. I'm really happy you're all here. I'm falling in love with everyone in this cult. I mean, chat. Yeah, the people seem to be really nice. They seem to be nice. I mean, I wish I had some of the more people on there who says Lewis Schaffer and disabled people, all that stuff. You're from London, now in Ireland. Okay, that's really great. It's a reverse. It's a payback time. You're bringing London. Enough Irish people came to this country, and now you're coming to Ireland. Anyway, so today is the 3rd of August, 2025. I remember when I was born, and I thought I'm going to turn 43 in the year 2000, and now it's 25 years past that. It's 25 past that. Joe says we're all too hot to handle. Lewis, and then, yeah, you people here, I don't know, you're well behaved. You are too hot to handle. I don't hate disabled people. I don't hate disabled people with no legs. I don't like disabled people who have legs or arms. Is that horrible to say? You know, the ones who are giving me a hard time are people who are just, they're not really, they're not disabled the way we think of disabled. And even people who are disabled, there's so much stuff you can do being disabled. I would say that I am emotionally disabled. Can you tell that about me? No, you know, because I'm on the TV, you think I'm a great guy. But the answer is, how many of us, we've got 40 people in the chat right now. How many of us would consider themselves disabled? Probably about half, maybe. And how many know somebody who's disabled? Yeah. How many know somebody who's disabled? That's a question. Everybody. My mother was disabled. I was disabled. Anyway, so I don't hate. So Alex says your chat with the old Democratic guy that was on towards the end was funny. I hope it was funny. I mean, you want to tell these people to their face. Can you tell what a loser he was? The left are losers. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even talk like this. It's making the producer upset. But Shank says, I was great on GB News last night. I think every time I go on the show, they seem happy to see me. They, everything is nice. And then they don't call me back for a week or more. I don't know what they're planning on doing. I like GB News to me. It's a lovely place to work. Was it a nice producer? Was it nice? Is it nice going into the office? It's very nice. It's not posh or anything. Is it?
It's a nice place.
It's a nice place. Are the people nice?
Yes.
Yes, the people are nice. The way they're called, right? They're hardly that. They're really not. I didn't consider myself disabled until I regularly found myself in Lewis's chat. Yes. Maybe you people could call yourself disabled because you're not doing the best thing for your life. You're spending 2 hours a day here, whatever time you are. You could be doing more. Maybe I'm actually hurting disabled people. I'm not making you disabled. Lynn Carson is here. But it's happy to see me on GB News. It's happy to walk in the building. I still have a pass. I got my suits there, but they took a bag away. I've got to call him up and find out about the bag. Keith Bexley, he managed to stop himself just in time. Is that what Keith Bexley said? Yeah, I can't believe you cursed. I didn't curse. It's not a curse to go like that. Or I don't remember what the word was, but I did not curse. I'm lucky I did not curse. Let's see. So Keith, I did not curse. Thank you, Shanks, for pointing that out. I mean, it's important. The TV is important. You're not supposed to curse. It's only because if you curse, then it doesn't go on the air in the morning. right? I recently found out that he lives in Eastbourne, my town. Hugh Jarrett says, I've got who is this, Claire C? Who is Claire C? I have a problem with my legs right now, says Hugh Jarrett, but I think it's getting better. Haven't been able to run for 7 months. Maybe God is telling you, do not run. We don't need to run. I used to run. I used to run marathons. It gave me time to think about how stupid it was to run marathons. I ran 2 of them in New York, and it was too much. 26 miles. That's way too much. And then for a week, I couldn't move my body. I was in such pain, core pain, whatever it was. Oscar Pistorius really effed it for us disabled people. He was no Helen Keller. Maybe Helen Keller wasn't Helen Keller either. I remember when I was a kid in New York, Helen Keller was big news because she was about to die. It was the 1960s. She was about to die. And they made that movie with another disabled person called Patty Duke, if you remember who she was. And she was like, I read her book, and I wrote a review of her book in on a website. I don't know whether it was Amazon, but this is years ago, maybe over 20 years ago. And I just said she was like a complaining, whining, and no one was to blame but her. But then she said she had bipolar manic depression, which is what my mother was diagnosed with. And I got such criticism from her fans. She didn't have many fans, but they were really critical of me. I got all sorts of letters from the Patty Duke fans. She married John Aston, gave him a hard time. Marathon is a knee destroyer. Could be. I eventually had to have knee surgery, so maybe that's what it did. Watermelon. Maybe it did that. They had a marathon here today. They close the road off. It's a pain in the arse. Why can't they run around the park? Where is this, Kerry, again? Can you tell us where this is? Because people want to be seen as running. Oh, look at how energetic you are. It's so healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. A little bit of exercise is good. After the show, I'm going to go walk in the park, pick up rubbish. Phil Mortiz did a marathon in 2012. Swore to never do it again. Yeah, because you're smart. I mean, it's fun training and hanging out with all the girls, and everybody's running, and there's no real fat ones there. You know how Lewis Schaffer is obsessed with fat. This is the Lewis Schaffer Fat Club. But where is this, Kerry? So Susan Stevenson's here. Walking is great. Running and weightlifting, not so much. Wears out your joints. Yes. I hate to say it. You're 4 for 4, Susan Stevenson, with Lewis Schaffer. I just agree with whatever you're saying. I mean, not because it's you, but because I agree with you. Because I thought about this before. Don't go running. Just go walking. And move around. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move around. 79.2 kilograms. I mean, it's still below 80. And if I don't eat for the rest of the day, I've already eaten today. I've had about 1,200 calories. If I don't eat for the rest of the day, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'll be down below 78 kilograms. My wife has a blue badge. It's really hard for parking outside Burger King in town. It's really handy for parking outside Burger King. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of, I'm not saying she doesn't deserve a blue badge, but I think it's gone a bit crazy. They are exhibitionists, says Russ. Good to see you, Russ. And they demand people look at them. Exactly what it is. Look at me, I'm running. Don't I look great? That's what it is. You want to be looked at. Don't we all want to be looked at? Isn't this me being an exhibitionist? Isn't it you being slightly an exhibitionist without any problems? It is. We want to be looked at. Southport. That's my team, Southport. Love you, Lewis. Says Prado35. Hello, Prado. Is it Proto? Prado. You do have a gay voice. Speak deeper. Okay. That's interesting that you say that. I have a gay voice. People thought that I was gay. They thought that I was gay when I went to when I was on Grindr and on the gay baths. They thought I was gay. Do I sound gay? I don't know. Prado. Lewis has a great New York voice. How very dare you? Yes, Claire. She's always in there. That's what's good about this girl, Claire. Lewis and Rob Weiner, the American Deb from last night, makes a good double act. Could be. I mean, I wish I was smarter to deal with these people. They always have the answers, and they say with such surety is that, they were trying to take over. They were supposed to take over Parliament. I don't think Donald Trump was thinking about that, but even if he was, they weren't doing that. The runners and cyclists in Lycra, yeah. And they could look pretty good, some of these. I was a member of a running club called the Hash House Harriers when I was in New York. I didn't have much to do back then. I wasn't doing comedy. And I wasn't doing comedy. I wasn't doing comedy back then. Rio's Nature is Spine. Kentish Town is full of exhibitionists. Yes, we discussed that the other day. Do you remember that? Proto says, Proto 35, do you dye your eyebrows? No hate, just about just hate, just spout verbal diarrhea. Can't help it. Think you're amazing. Thank you, Proto. Thank you for saying that. You don't have to say that I'm amazing. You can say whatever you want to. I'm not going to hate you. I might hate you. I'm going to hate you if you don't add to the show. Whatever this is a show. Is that no, this is my natural eyebrows. I'm a dirty Jew. I'm a dirty Jew. They are full of crap, but speak with such authority until questions. Who's so full of it? They call these cyclists mammals, middle-aged men in Lycra. Yeah, they want to be like me. Look at how tight the shirt that I'm wearing. Look at this body. Look at that. I mean, I got a little bit of boobs there. Can you see that? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? And I got a little bit of boobs. A little bit. I'm trying to get rid of it. Lewis, you were brilliant on GB News last night. Thank you, Russ. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I think it raises the ratings. It's quite good. Walk, don't run. Yeah, I want to be gorgeous. Don't we all want to be gorgeous? You, Kerry, are also gorgeous. Lewis Schaffer loves you. Okay, Susan Stevenson, I love you too. The panel on Ben Leo Lewis. What about the panel? What are you saying, the panel? Yes, this is what they do. They speak with such authority. And what Lewis does is I say, you're full of it. You're hurting this country. And nobody says that to I think nobody says that to other panelists. They laugh. They go, ha, ha, like, oh, we're all friends. We're not friends. They're killing your country. Having a gay voice qualifies you to read the weather on GB. Well, some of those guys, Rachel, are really good looking. You name a name. The girls are all good looking, and the guys are like the newscasters are just so good looking. And Ben Leo is thin. He showed me a picture of himself when he's been lifting weights. He looks amazing. I shouldn't say that I saw it, but he showed it to me. It was quite good. It gave me a little bit of a thing. So what did you do before comedy? Sorry if you've said this before. I did a lot of things before comedy. Mostly I was a failure. I had like millions of jobs. I got fired from all the jobs. I looked like I'd be something, and then nothing. Claire C., do you need mouth to mouth? Lewis would oblige. Yes, for Claire. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Purple jacket. What TF was that? Who's purple? Oh, Paul's purple. Yeah, he made fun of it. Problem is he's lost a lot of weight. He's got to buy some new clothes. He probably hasn't bought a suit in a long time. He lost 140 kilograms. So even if I disagree with his political theories and beliefs, he lost a lot of weight, and that's what we all have to do. What happens when the left lose weight, audience out there? What happens with that? That means you're going to be fat and disgusting, and we're not going to be able to fight. We need to lose weight. Raise your hand if you want to be thin and beautiful. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So that's what it was. So Warmelian says, I include RuPaul's Drag Race in that. Tour de France is gayer than RuPaul event. Yes, of course they're gay because they're on all sorts of drugs and they're sitting in that seat. It's probably making their whatever it is. You had loads of likes when you posted about GB News, Lewis. Yes, I did. People watched it. It's really great, you, Jared. Thanks for saying that. Lewis, you're in better shape than me, and I'm 54. Geez. Yes, that's what, DD. You'd be better shape than me. What are you doing today? Are we eating carbs? No. Are we going to eat toxic seed oils? No. Are we going to eat? What are we going to eat? We're going to go eat some red beef. And if we can't eat that, we're going to have some pork. If we can't have pork, if we can't have fish, we can have pork. If we can't have pork, we'll have chicken. Lewis, could you please do a shout out to my neighbor, Amanda? Her surname is Amanda. Is that a joke? Is that one of those jokes? Anyway, so Alan Williams says, who's the gayest actor who's not out? I always think Robert De Niro. I haven't checked. I don't see Robert De Niro being that way. No, he's very close to his. No, I don't think so. What are you doing now after comedy? I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. I mean, it's not. There's no money here. You want to help Lewis? You want to help a brother out? You can join the box, or you can Patreon me. You can do tons of different things. So this is what I'm doing. He did not pay for the jacket. Who knows? He lost Yes, he lost 140 pounds, 10 stone. So give that guy credit. And he's much nicer in person than you think he is. I love because a lot of these left people, they don't know. They basically join the left because they're lonely people. They're not like you people who don't have any friends. They want to have friends badly. The local cycling club always gets in the way. When I'm on my way to church, they are pretending to be the tour and block the road. Yeah. You know what I saw just 2 days ago? I saw like thousands of black riders, black people. I mean, like British black people, not like immigrants, black people, English people, cycling up on Peckham Rye West. Up Peckham Rye West. It was unbelievable. It was like, whoa. I didn't know about the bicycle riding. Purple Jacket was bad enough, but the orange Fred Perry, what was he thinking? Well, you noticed it and you made him remember him, so he's doing a good job. Me, I dress the same boring stuff every single day. I had beef mince with a couple of eggs. That's what Maltese fit. Yeah, brilliant. But I mean, I'm not in favor of mince because you cook it, it kills half the nutrients. Which country would you move to and why? I don't know. That's a good question. Which country should I move to? Which country would you move to? Prado, 35. How old are you, Prado? 35. Are you 35? We love it, Lewis. We love Remember that song? We love L.A. You, Jarrett, is thin. That's great. Let's all be thin. We can all buy Lewis a coffee. Yes, buy Lewis a coffee on subscribe. Subscribe to me. Join me. Like me. Do anything you want to me. Yeah, well, we've got new friends here. I don't even know what you people look like, but you're all my friends. Peckham is majority black people. Yeah, but you don't expect to see them on bicycles, basically. I mean, at least when I was a kid, but it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Where is Kinsey? I need to know how many people are watching and liking. Well, I'll tell you right now. There's 44 people here, and let's say we go to here, and we've got 44. We got 44. We've got 44. That's amazing. That's amazing. 17 likes, so get liking. Yeah, you can do me a favor. I want to retire to either Thailand or Panama. I've been to Panama. It was very interesting at the time. I remember this was like a long time ago. This is like Panama was like 20 or 25, 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Thailand for obvious reasons. Yeah, a friend of mine has like 2 Thai girlfriends. One of them couldn't speak English, and that was he said it was the best thing about her. Or maybe I said that. I'd like to move back to the 1950s, Britain. Yeah, that would be. I mean, people didn't have any chocolate bars then. But it was still it was a good time. It was a good time. Let's go back in time. Let's go back. Let's go back. So age, you're 42, mate. Happily married, 3 beautiful kids. And how many ugly ones do you have? Love life, you just hate the UK. You know what? I don't think we can afford to hate the UK. We've got to love the UK more than ever. That's what we got to do. We got to love it. We cannot hate it. Can we hate it? No, we got to love it. We got to love it. You, Jarrett, says, it's no good flirting with me and calling me sweet. Mark the Rosie, and I'm married. Yeah. A lot of people say the 90s was peak time in history. Probably you're right. The 90s. I mean, I arrived in 2000, and I mean, it was good for about 2 or 3 years, and then it just fell off a cliff. And then 2008 happened, and then the mass immigration happened. Some men like girls. What are you saying? Hold on a second. Was that just deleted? Lewis, could you do one last shout out, please, to my other neighbor, Anita? Her name is Bath. Anita Bath. Anita Bath. Okay. Oh, you fooled me again. The 80s for me was my best decade. Yeah. Well, it depends when you were 18 years old, you know. I mean, I remember the 70s, and I just thought that was a bleak time. I was waiting for the war to be over, and then nothing changed from like 1970. I went to a demonstration on July. This is my knee, but I'm not wearing trousers. Yeah. What year did you turn 18? That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. Back to the age of this country steam railway. Yeah. I love country steam railways. I love railways. I love steam railways. I love steam. I meant Men, some men like girls who don't talk at all, like Marina out of Stingray. Showing my age now. I don't know what is that a band? No, we do like girls who talk. You need information from girls. What information are we looking for? Your place or mine? Now or later. I'm not going to call the police. This is the stuff we need to know. John Loins, my neighbor, has always stood at the window. Annette Curtin, nosy cat. There's another joke. Thank you very much, John Loins. 90s, they say had enough technology to be progressive, but not intrusive like now. Yeah, what do you do with all this technology? It's too much. What do you do? What do you do? I mean, there's just too much. I'm on the computer all the time. Just too much. I never used a computer until I was 30. Mark, this is what Kerry says. It was so much better, so much nicer. There's so many good things about the computer. We couldn't be doing this without it. But then again, we probably wouldn't be home. We wouldn't be home all day. We'd be going out, right? We would meet you at the pubs. I'd meet you at Weatherspoons. We'd be going out. We'd be drinking. And maybe drinks weren't as expensive as they are now. Prado 35 says, Stacy, that's his wife, Stacy, my wife, says, you're amazing, mate. Say hello to her, please, Stacy. Hello, Stacy. Thank you very much for saying that. That is so nice. That is, you know what? It's really, really, it's really nice. So I do appreciate that. I mean, this whole thing of GB News has taken me by surprise because I didn't think I'd be good on some news program, but they had me on the program, and I started off. I was like so horrible. D.D. Plecton, the Sinclair ZX81. Yeah, you remember that? Stingray was before Thunderbirds. 1960s animation. Okay. So what are we doing? Stingray was cool, but not as good as Melody Angel on Captain Scarlet. She was hot blonde and flew a fighter jet. Well, basically, that was all about brainwashing, getting women to work and putting men out of business and destroying the country. Nothing personal. Women can work. They can work, but it destroys. I shouldn't even talk about this. Fuzzy Dice Comedy. Love your work, Lewis. Who are you? When are you going back to the Free Until Famous, rebranded, charging now that I am famous? I don't know when. That's a show that I did there. I did a free show. Yeah, it was good times. Do I know you? Haven't met you, Fuzzy Dice Comedy. Thank you for saying that. That's really nice. Was it before Captain Scarlet? That was my favorite, says Mark J. I swear to God, Mark, says Kerry, she was a brownie leader. I don't know who that was. Anyway, there was a highly strung boy in my class called Alan Curtin. He was always having to pull himself together. These are good jokes. They're not great jokes. They're curtain jokes. They're English. That's what English comedy was like before Lewis Schaffer arrived. In the 1980s, computers had great names like Apricot and Wang. Yeah, there was a computer named Apricot. That's exactly true. They had good names. I owned an Apple IIc back in 1984. It was good. It was very expensive, and I remember buying it, and I just thought, holy cow. I didn't even think it was that much money, but it was like a fortune. Terrahawks were awesome. What is a Terrahawk? Maltese Phil. So now we're talking about computers. Did they make the time better or worse? Or did they make this time better or worse? I mean, it's a bit scary now. It's way scary now, but it's Cheese String. Good to see you. When is your Soho show starting? I don't know. I got to start it. I got to start the shows. The Soho show. I mean, basically, yeah. I've got to do more than what I'm doing now. I'm just getting used to this. I've done this for 54 days. And I think this show could be, it's not interesting, but it's different. I mean, there aren't many shows like this where are there any shows like this? Or maybe every show is like this. Russ, I'm so sorry I didn't reply the other day regarding alcohol problems. Take care. D.D. Plectum is talking to Russ. Russ, pay attention to that. See if you can get back to him. Go on the Discord. What was the puppet series that had the song Marina Aquamarina? Something like that. I don't know, Mark J. I don't know that. Mark the Rosian. He's half Armenian. I think the mobile phone is great, but it's now ruining people's attention spans and social skills. That's totally true. I got the thing on 24/7. I'm doing horrific things on it, googling horrific. Not even Google. I don't even Google anymore. I ask other people to Google it. I don't Google it. You had the Spectrum 48K with the rubber keys, then the Amiga 1200 Maltese fill. My current PC is like Trigger's broom. All the components have been replaced over the years. Okay, what does that mean? Does that mean it's an old computer and you need a new one? Ian Haig's, good to see, is 54 in binary, but that is 110110. Is that right? Is that 50? Is that the number 54? Is that the number 54? Everyone reckons AI will save us loads of time. My guess, it will be legislated to death, says Hugh Jarrett. Yeah, the government just, that's what they do. The left-wing government with the right-wing Tories who pretend to be right-wing legislate to death. The other day, I recognized a woman I used to date back in the 1990s. She always had a reputation for sleeping around. She's had more sheets around her than Gandhi. Okay. Ben Shapiro looks like he's 18. I don't know, Cheese String asks. I mean, I don't think he does. He doesn't look 30, though. He looks in his 20s. He's thin. That's what thin does. You want to be young and beautiful, be thin. Be thin. Be thin like Claire. This show is unique, says Claire. Yeah. Yeah. Are you sad Linda wasn't on with you? Yes. Yes, I thought she would be on with me. I didn't see her. Maybe I shook her hand, but then she left. I mean, it's nice to, yes, I was a bit sad. Remember one thing about me is that I am, and I want to warn you ladies, I am very intellectually I don't know how to say it without coming across as being bad. I like the idea of girls. And you could have me. But you're going to have to work at it. I'm not going to go visit you. I might flirt with you a little bit. I'm not going to go out with you. I'm not going to spend any money on you. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. But if you want me, you got to grab me by the ankles and I'll have you. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And I'm full of testosterone. That's actually true. I did I read my thing? You know, I mean, I like girls. I like flirting with girls. I like a girl like Claire who says, I want you. That's what I like. I don't want a girl playing hard to get. I don't want to be worried if she likes me or not. I want a girl to like me, to grab me by the ankles. But, so you all have a chance. With Lewis Schaffer. Okay? I don't know if what I'm saying is right. I'm basically revealing too much. Across the U.S. and Europe, hundreds of thousands of jobs have been lost to AI. White-collar jobs, too, Vatanized music. Yeah, it's going to be horrible. But let's let in millions of people into this country. Let's let them in when we have enough trouble as it is. Lewis, Claire genuinely loves me. It appears that way, that she does. She's very interested in me. You know, Nick Dixon was live yesterday dissecting the Dominic Cummings interview. I asked why it wasn't a Dixon Cox live show, and he said that Cox isn't full-time political commentating anymore. This makes me what? What does it make you? Yeah, it's like I'm going to have guests on this show, but I prefer this. I prefer it this way. Is it wrong for me? I think the show maybe is a bit more interesting if we have guests, but screw it. This is not about being interesting. This is about you and me. Ladies, form an orderly queue. Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying, Alan? Do you understand? Okay. I'm asking almost a question. Do you understand what it's like for me? I like girls. I like guys too. Not really, not in the same way. But if you were a guy and you were interested and said, Lewis, let's go. I mean, I don't even want to talk like this, but I might go, yeah, okay, we'll go. Do you really want to? Do you really love me that much that you want to touch my naked body? Okay, let's go. If you love me, right? Thank you, Claire. Don't we all want to be loved? Don't we want to have some guy look at us and say, "Oh my God, I love your body. I want to touch your body. I want to be with you. I like the way you think." But then you think, well, you can't go out with anybody else. It can only be me. And basically, that's my problem too. My problem too. Ankle love. Yeah. You want to be loved for your ankles. You want someone to look at you and say, you know what? I know you're old, but I like you. At this rate, Lewis. At this rate, you might go, Lewis. You might, at this rate, Alex says, you might go. Lewis, you need a wife before we lose you. Yeah. Lorna says, I love you, Lewis. Hi. Lovely, lovely people. Yes. That's what we want. We want to be told that we're loved. It's like my ex-girlfriend used to say to me, Lewis. She used to say, Lewis, you can't have. I shouldn't talk like this. It's like it's going to be misinterpreted, or maybe it's going to be interpreted properly. But she said to me, Google Capital Bank, Procter and Gamble, Paramount, jobs gone. Vatanai, yes, jobs are gone. Jobs are gone. That's why we can't let women. Sorry. Anyway, so she said to me, you cannot flirt with any other girls because you get emotionally involved, Lewis. You're not one of those people who like can just flirt with girls and just go home to his wife and everything will be fine. You can't. You take it way too seriously. And that's what happened in my Me Tooing thing. I was so in love with these two women. I was so in love. And then I thought to myself, I can't do this. And one got hurt. Anyway, Lewis, if you can't please all the ladies, then you can send them to me. Yes, Russ. Who out there? Who are the ladies? How old are you again, Russ? 54? How old are you? Do you live in your own place? You don't have to tell me what you do. Are you clean? That kind of thing. Are you clean? Who's interested in going out with Russ, Alex, Owen? I am. And if you're not interested in, I'll go out with him. I'll go out with him. Kerry, he wouldn't be talking to us every night if he had a wife there. That's probably true. That is probably true. They wouldn't let me do it. I wouldn't be talking like this because I'd be so sick to death of having a wife. 51. He's 51. So there you go. At Russ, Alex, are you on the Discord page? Let's get on the Discord page and help out Kinsey. Get it out of your system. Yeah, maybe because I feel alive, physically alive. I was doing very badly a couple of years ago. And now I've got high testosterone, I think I do. Have you ever fallen in love with someone that you shouldn't have fallen in love with? I think every time you fall in love, it's not somebody you shouldn't fall in love with. I mean, yeah. I think every guy does that. Don't we do that? Who asked that? A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. Feminist poster. Yeah, women need men more than men need women, but we do need women. We do. The Buzzcocks, ever fallen in love with someone, never fallen in love with someone, never fallen in love. Is that what you do? I love the Buzzcocks. I believe in the shape of things to come, and I believe that I'm not the only one. I'm not the. Yeah, be gentle with me. Yeah. I mean, we all need love. I can feel the need for love here. The most important thing, I want to make sure that everybody on this site is the best they possibly can be. So we know if you're talking to any one of the people here, whether it's Joe or Lorna or Alex or Ian, that we're all as best as we can be. We're all thin and beautiful. That's the first thing, that we're all thin and beautiful, which means we're healthy, which means we don't have diabetes, we don't have cancer, we have all those things. We're all healthy. Still got that Buzzcocks single on vinyl. Yeah, Buzzcocks were amazing. They were like, I mean, they weren't as big in the punk era as in America, but yeah, some of those songs, I believe in the shape of things. I remember I had that on DVD, or was it CD? I had it on CD in my car. D.D. Pleckham says, Joe, I salute you. I salute you for having the single. I salute you. Never mind the Buzzcocks. Yeah. punk and new wave was so much fun. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a good time to be an Englishman back then. And that's when Britain ran the music world, at least in America, at least in my era. You know, even though the Ramones came beforehand and maybe the New York Dolls. I will be released from the SOR next month. What is the SOR? What is the SOR, Alex Owen? What is the SOR? So that's what. Do you all promise me that we're going to work to lose weight? Come on, speak to me, Simon, Lorna, Mark, Joe. Speak to me. Are we going to promise to maintain our weight, even if we are perfect weight, like Claire? Let's promise to maintain our weight. Can we do that? You're not paying any attention to me. That's what I love about having this show. It's not even about me. It's not about me. Punk was the best. UK subs. I've seen them 14 times. Oh, okay. I never even heard of them. Sex offenders register. What is it? Oh. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. Let's make it a joke. And even if it's not a joke, let's make it a joke. Was never really into punk, but heavy metal got me when I was 13. I've been a Metallica fan, says Maltese Phil, for 30 years. I like the look of Metallica. I like that guy, James Hetfield. I like them. But I saw the documentary, but I'm not a big Metallica fan. I don't think it was as honest as punk was. It was like, punk wasn't super honest either. You have to do a video call with potential dates if you match, Alex. Alex is maintaining 71. Okay, so he's doable. Are you on the Discord, Alex? He's 71 kilograms. That's 8 kilograms less than me. Dee Dee was the Ramones bassist. Is that true? Oh, Dee Dee Ramone. Yeah, incredible. So New York. It was like brilliant. And you know, they couldn't go up and down to get the speed in the guitars. They had to only go down. Already the right weight. Can do no more. Yeah. Oh, are you already the right weight, Joe? Okay, Joe. Meet Alex. You're 26. Why do you need a dating app? Is he really 26? You really 26? I mean, you need a girl your own age. You need a girl your own age, basically. I mean, it's not evil, but it's like you need a girl. You don't want to be like Mrs. Macron, if she is a girl. Already the right weight. Okay. Let's see. I'm having a pack of bacon for dinner. Yeah, that's great. Pack of bacon, yeah. Simon Arnold has 48 people are in the, I think that's what it means. 48 people. So this is a good turnout. The Undertones are my favorite punk band. Their politics are crap, though. What were their politics? I don't know. What is the Undertones song? Teenage Dirt. Is that the one? No. Maltese Phil says, believe it or not, I have seen Metallica 5 times. My uncle was a roadie for many bands, including Metallica. So big round of applause. I was reading the chat. I didn't realize you were talking, Lewis. Okay, thank you, Mark Therosian, for that. No, Are we thin? Are we thin? Yeah, I mean, it's great. Claire saw the Metallica in Earl's Court. Let's see. Start with pictures, Alex. If you like them after chatting, organize a video chat with them. Filters out catfish. Or you can just set your profile to search verified profiles. I don't know. What about Mark? He's 36. Any takers? Do you have any children, Mark? That's a very important question. Mark Therosian. Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, and I didn't realize you guys were into this. What's so great about metal music? Please tell me. My friend James likes metal music. You know, I don't know. I think you have to be slightly younger than me. I'm 68. I saw the Ramones at Brixton Academy in 1989. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. They were still relevant, I guess. I want the bacon to be smoky. Yeah, well, remember that bacon, it's got stuff in it that can make you fat, make you eat more. So be careful with it. Keith, says Dee Dee Plectum, Is it that the 500 grams of cooking bacon from Asda? It's the best. Can I say that I've actually bought the 500 grams from Asda in Peckham Rye before they closed down the shop? I used to go in there during every single day in COVID, and I used to buy little bits and pieces. And it was so cheap. It was 79p or something for 500. How cheap is that? It was unbelievable. So don't tell me you can start, it's too expensive. Mark, you are younger than my youngest son. Yeah. So here's the deal. Lorna, you fool with Lorna a little bit. And you don't do it all. Undertowns, teenage kicks, they did a gig for Palestine. Well, then you can't respect them really because they're stupid. I saw Bob Dylan at the Brixton Academy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to the Brixton Academy. I've been past there many times. Teenage kicks, that's the song. Teenage kicks all through the night. Dee Dee, it's the 500 grams of cooking bacon from Sainsbury's. Is that, I've probably eaten that too. I have a Sainsbury right there. Actually, I've got two Sainsbury's, one in New Cross and one in Denmark Hill. Punk is the best, says Claire. Yeah. I mean, that's what I think, but Metallica is good. Yes, it's 79p is such a good deal. The thing about metal that I find is that if you're in a low mood, listening to dark, heavy music helps improve your mood. I would say that's true. That's very true. It does. Like we were talking about what's his name, about Leonard Cohen and all the sad songs he had. I used to listen to that all the time. It really made me feel amazing. And I'm thinking maybe I got to get back to listening to that stuff. Okay. Jared comes in and says, until a couple of years ago, there were punk festivals at Butlins. They were great. I've never been to Butlins, but I can imagine it was probably a good time. It's okay. I'm not desperate for this, Kerry, says Mark the Rosian. What are you not desperate for? Claire C. Dee Plectum is speaking to Claire C. I saw them in 1989 as well as Newcastle City Hall. Superb. Lorna will teach us some things, Mark the Rosian. Yes. And if she loves you, she'll let you go out and find some, younger woman and have kids with. If she doesn't love you, she won't let you. She'll say, don't leave me. I need you to be here. And if she doesn't say that, but she acts it, then she's not going to be bad. She's good. Lorna's a big fan of Lewis Schaffer. She's good. Lewis, what's the best meat dish for attracting women? That you're going to go to a restaurant and feed her? I don't know. A lot of women, you want a woman who likes meat. If she doesn't like meat, you can't go out with her. So that's a really good question. I don't have any ideas. I don't really spend my money on women, which I should. Could somebody please tell me what is the best meat dish for attracting women? That's a really good question. Let's see. Let's go back on track. Fool around with Lorna. I'm going to have to go back and listen again. Yeah. Fool around with Lorna. I think, one thing about women, they learn a lot. They learn a lot. And especially I think women learn a lot. They learn a lot, and they like a lot. They like a lot more, and they learn a lot. And a lot of the men are just, they reach a certain age, they're a bit tired. Okay. I'm fighting to maintain everything, Lewis. Yes, we're maintaining our weight. We're losing weight. This is the Lewis Schaffer Fat Shaming Club. So Alan asked the question, what's the best meat? I bet Lorna could teach us a trick or two. I bet, in a nice way, yeah, she probably could. A lot of times, a lot of women don't care. They don't care. But, I think Lorna probably does care. You do care, right, Lorna? Evening, Lewis. Hope you are well. Thank you for asking that. Why do you have to ask that question? You can tell I'm okay when I'm doing this. When the show is over, I crash. I got to head out of the house and go pick up rubbish. When you talk about pop music, I don't understand. I've only heard of the Beatles and the Carpenters. You want to know something? You hate to say it, the Beatles were amazing. They were amazing. 52 people on here. They were amazing. The Beatles were amazing. And you want to know something about the Carpenters? I listened to her and I cry. How could you not listen to her and not cry. Karen Carpenter. She'd be a Karen today, but at the time. And then she basically got too thin and died. So let's not get too thin. I know I speak to people and I say I don't care how thin you get, but some people are like perfect. A lot of you are perfect as it is. But let's make sure we're perfect. If you love Mark Thorosian, you let him go. Yeah, Lord. If you love him, you let him go. Yeah. Carrie says she loves the. Let's get back on track. Yvette, hey Yvette, how are you? I remember you from Rose's shop. Are you the Yvette that I'm thinking about? Or did I just reveal it? Was that too much? It's over to you. Here's the thing. If you're a girl, cook the meat. No, not cooking the meat. We're going to talk to Yvette in a bit. If you love, yeah, what I want you to do, Lauren, Carrie, I want all the girls, raw steak. Yes, raw steak. Yeah, if she eats raw steak, then you're in. You're in with her. If she doesn't, then she thinks you're gross. I have loved rap music since the 1980s. It's a fact that a British man made one of the early rap records in 1982. It was a man called Malcolm McLaren. Yes. Who was this? Yes, Malcolm McLaren. I mean, can you call it rap? It wasn't like true. I guess maybe it was rap. Over to you, Lorna. We could fool around while watching this show. Yeah, you could do that. I'd love it. Hi, Lewis. Hope you were well, says Yvette. We're going to find out if this is the Yvette that I know. If not, I'll have to pay to come and see you now. You're famous. I still have my free until famous badges. So good to see you. Thanks. There you go. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you, Evie. That is such good news. It is such good news to hear from you. Let's see. Really? I mean, a lot of people have seen me over the time, and a lot of the shows weren't that good, but some of them were quite good. Hey, Reuben's chosen us over hanging out with the king. Top man. Yeah, screw the king. Large bratwurst. Is that a meat dish? That's like a sausage dish. Yeah, but yeah. And that's what I eat. Pork is the best meat. Ivor Ban. Pork is not the best meat, but it is the most tasty. But if it's wild pork and they've been eating all sorts of meat, the porks themselves, it's good. Where are you from, Ivor Ban? Thank you for joining us here today. What I'm trying to do in this show is to get everybody to lose weight so that they're readily available for people of the opposite sex, and that that we spend our last days on this earth happy with love, because we all need love. So there you go, Ivor Ban. Hey, you know what you can do? Oh, you subscribed. That is so good. That is really, really good. So if you subscribe, that's good. If other people want to go online on Patreon or to join, right on the bottom there where it says my picture and then it says join, you can join. I got into rap music because of Anthrax doing stuff with Public Enemy. Yeah, that was really wild. I saw a little video about that. Ian Higgs says this. He says, I'm still doing the 1,000 piece tractor jigsaw. Too many wheels. Yeah, no, the women need the time. They need the time. They want to be told. Lauren is enjoying herself. She might enjoy herself in the arms of a much younger man. Yeah, just make sure you tell him. You say, you are so hot, you are so hot. I'm wrong about that song. What song were you wrong about? I'm not a fan of his. Who are you not a fan of? Wait a second. Okay, I pushed ahead. I don't know what happened here. Hold on a second. How did I push ahead? 53 now. I don't know how I pushed ahead. I'm wrong at that song. I'm a fan of his, just a subject. Not a fan of his. Who's not a fan of whose? Carrie loves the Carpenters. Yeah, on the radio. He was so great. And 53 followers now. We're in one of the top shows Sunday. She has a beautiful voice. She had a beautiful voice. She totally did. And she would play the drums. How cool is that? Karen Carpenter had the most beautiful voice. Anorexia killed her. Yes, she killed herself. She killed herself by not eating. Yeah, she killed herself. She killed herself. Anorexia, basically, what anorexia is, it's feeling you're not, very interesting, that you're a threat. There's a lot of women become anorexic because they want to be childlike so that they're not a sexual threat to their parents, maybe, or they're not a threat to maybe the mother, the girls, they're not a threat to the mother. Then they're not more beautiful than the mother. Have you heard about this? Um, Hugh Jarrett says, I think that King Charles' attitude to us all were just his subjects. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, but he could care about us as subjects, but he doesn't even care about us as subjects. He doesn't care about English people, Anglo-Saxons, the Jutes. Does he care? No, he doesn't. He doesn't care. Lewis's angels. That's kind of like what you are. You're like my angels. Us ladies could all come and love you. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Lorna? You can come and love me. Come and love Lewis Schaffer. Okay. Yeah, come and love me. Yeah. Come and love me. She would play the drums and sing. She was wonderful, says Dee Dee Pleckham. Yeah. Yes, Lewis, it's me. I got Rose a job working with you. Yes, you did. You did. And so a round of applause. This is a round of applause for my friend. That you came to all my shows, or a lot of my shows. With how was your boyfriend doing? I have Rappers Delight Sugar Hill on vinyl, of course, says Joe. I'm right about that song. Fergie Sharkey now does Water Regulator. Right. Is that the guy's name? Women are way more likely to order fish in a restaurant than a man. I think it's performative virtue signaling. Yeah, well, they've been told it's better than meat. They're so into being healthy because they want to tell the guy, look at how healthy I am. Yes, Simon, he's big into preventing water pollution. Well, as we all should be. Getting us ready for the opposite sex. Are you our pimp now, Lewis? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind being that. I wouldn't be a pimp because I'm not charging anything. But, I mean, I just like the idea that people are happy. I mean, when I was doing shows, because the shows were free, we had a lot of young people coming to shows. And they would tell me, I brought my girlfriend to the show. She wasn't my girlfriend at the time, and now she is. I'm giving you a chance with Lorna, Dee Dee. Go for Lorna. Lorna, go for DD. How am I? Yes, okay. I'm giving you a chance. Maybe she can love me and she can love DD Plectrum. Lewis, I once walked past a poster that said clothes have just been banned. Get your gym membership today. I was hyperventilating until I realized there was an advert. Yeah, it's a funny thought. It's like, what would happen if clothes have been banned? You know, I mean, I think gym memberships are really bad because they tell you the only way to lose weight is by exercise, and I don't believe that. The only way the way you lose weight is by cutting carbs, cutting calories, cutting toxic seed oils, and wanting to be thin. Want to be thin. Want to be thin. But we should all live as if this isn't an adverb. An advert, yeah. We should all live that way. We should all live that way. Let's see. I look in the mirror and I see a fat person, Multi, because I am fat. Yeah. Rose is our biggest threat. I don't know. I mean, no. Yes, maybe if she came back, I don't know. She's not coming back. Maltese Phil, I have really short legs, like a hobbit. That's this hobbit, yeah. DD. Still, so meet sitting down. I thought DD was a woman. Love you all. Lorna's here for you. How old are you, Lorna? Don't tell us. Don't tell us. It doesn't matter. Please form an orderly queue for Lorna. Jed's is in the house. Yes, that's totally right. I should take you out somewhere, Kerry, says Maltese Phil. Yes. I wouldn't mind if clothes were banned. Yeah, of course you wouldn't mind, but a lot of women are, because you're super confident, Claire, and you have Lewis Schaffer's love. Yes, and him too. Let's see. Less mess. There's less mess when there's less clothes. Unfortunately, we live in a very cold climate up here. It's not very cold, but it's cold enough that you got to wear clothes. This is just one big live dating show. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I like it as a dating show because otherwise it's just me perving on all of you people. I mean, then that's really wrong. Lewis Schaffer's perving on me. You go online, he's telling me I'm beautiful, and it's not right. Claire C. says Maltese. It gets cold there in the wintertime, doesn't it? I'm quite hairy, but I still want to wear a coat. Yeah. Why haven't I pulled then? Laugh out loud, Mark the Rosian. Well, how can we get in contact with each other? On the Discord thing? Thank you, Simon Arnold. It's a love show. Feel the love. Yes. I want us to feel love. Because we're told how bad we are for one way or the other. Men are told how bad they are and losers and arists, all the bad stuff. Women are told that they need to be thin in order to be beautiful, which you do. And that you need to be young and to be beautiful, and that's not true. We're told we're not beautiful, and we need to be told we're beautiful. We need to be told we're lovable. Is this really bad, what I'm sounding like? Producer. He's not even listening to me. He's just sick to death of me. Mirrors are terrible things, says you, Jared. In my head, I'm still 23 and pogoing at a Damned gig. Yeah, the Damned. That's another great song. Then I look in the mirror and see this old man looking back at me. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. That's really true. That's what happens. Mirrors are... But then again, the one thing why you need a woman, when a woman loves you, when Lorna loves you, you're going to feel like so young and beautiful. You know, am I right? When a woman loves a man. I've had that feeling. Everyone needs to come to Rio Spa for banana and coconut oil massage. Okay, you're probably, yeah, we'll go up there. Yeah, you're making a good point, Russ. Let's arrange to meet there at a certain time. I can't go because I'm super famous and I've got a small willy. Kerry, no, I'm a man living in the northeast of England. I have a Honda CG 125 in the shed, but the court took my license away. That's sad. I've had my license removed a couple of times. So it can be very expensive. I had it taken away once. It can be very, very expensive. Sorry to hear that, DD. Mark the Rosian says, I'm probably too nice. Is Mark the Rosian too nice? A Lewis Schaffer love boat. Yeah, that'd be good. Problem is with riverboats, there's not enough empty spaces, and it's too open. It's open on the sides, whatever. It would be nice if we're on a bus and you can go in the back and it can get dark and you start feeling, oh my God, I'm horrible. You, Jared, but it's a good idea. Photoshop fashion publications and top shelf are dangerous because real women aren't perfect. Yeah. Yes, but you still get horny when you see a real woman. So I don't know whether that has any effect. If that has any effect, basically. And the smell is still authentic. Here's Kerry coming in here. Oh, DD. I went to Roland's Guild. You know it. Joe loves the Love Boat idea. I love that too. I thought that you were a woman too, DD. Well, it sounds like a woman's name. Yeah. I mean, maybe it'd be good if we all came in and said, M35, M51. Or maybe not. There you go. Mark asks Kerry, how do you know I'm too nice? The Jedster, here's the Jedster. We love hearing from the Jedster. I fear this love boat will more than likely capsize at some point. Too much rocking. That's a proper joke. Very good. Kerry, I know it very well. I actually own my own house. No mortgage. Come around. Stocksfield. Where is Stocksfield? I never even heard of that place, but where is it? Lorna told me, Mark, says Kerry. Laugh out loud. Lorna's laughed also. Alan Williams is a man. Okay. Oh, my knee. My knee. F, but not telling you the age, says Joe. No, we're not. You know what? The age doesn't matter. We're all good. We're all doable. We're all doable. This is all private. If you guys want to get public, you can get public. We're all doable. We're all doable. I mean, that's what's happened to me. Rachel, random facts, says Rachel, my favorite girl's name. Did anyone see the episode of Love Boat that starred Andy Warhol? Andy Warhol wanted to be a professional actor. He wanted to be like paid big bucks to be an actor, I think. Or was it the other way around? Andy Warhol. So New York, came from Pittsburgh. That's really interesting. I probably did see it at the time. I said bits and pieces of it. A trip on the Thames, and we could all hire a boat for the evening. Have a DJ on board. That'll be great. Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah. M52 for F. What does that mean? M52 for F. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Must have a casual attitude to car parts in the sink and make a great semijays. I don't know what that is. What is Maltese Phil talking about? What is Maltese? I'm just laughing. We're all doable. Good to know. You are doable. Joe, you are doable. You're doable. Of course you're all doable. If you're thin, it means you don't have diabetes, you don't have gout, you don't have all these different diseases, bleeding gums like I had, which made me disgusting. Your breath is probably not going to be bad. You're going to be all right. I think we're all doable with the right amount of drink. No, we're not drinking. We're just going to look at the girl. We're going to look at Joe, and we're going to go, wow, you're really hot. Wow, it's really great to see you. My name is Mark. Good to see you. I'm really glad you came to meet me. I mean, before we get started, can I have a kiss? Lewis is the most doable, Joe. That's what Claire says. Yeah. Oh, M52. Sorry for female. Okay, sorry. That was a second. You're an M52 for F. Oh, I see. I didn't even get that. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Maltese Phil. Must have a casual out at the car parts in the bath and make great sandwiches. Yeah. No, we don't do sandwiches, Maltese Phil. We're on a low-carb diet. We don't do sandwiches. Seems like we need a no-fat sign. Yeah, we need a no-fat sign. Or we need fat people because we need to lose the weight. We need to lose the weight. We'd have to submit our weights before getting on the Love Boat to ensure stability, says you, Jarrett. Yes, we do. I mean, we'll all be thin by then. If you're fat, you're not coming on the boat. You're right. The boat is only for people who have followed the Lewis Schaffer fat shaming. Only for that. Did anyone like the Cramps back in the 80s? What song did they do? I mean, I've listened to all of it, to everything, yeah. But that's what we need to do. We need to all be thin and beautiful. And we'll be beautiful. I mean, you can't thin and beautiful. We all have wrinkles. We all have, we're all older, but we still be beautiful. Bikini Girls with Machine Guns is the Cramp song. No, I always got them after the whole meal bread. Well, you know what? The people here are receptive. Hey, everybody, make sure we like it. Sean W. subscribes. That's another one. That's so good. Make sure we all lose weight. Is that Evie over here remembers me when I was fat and I was bloated. Yeah. Maybe we can get on board the boat to start losing the weight. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, I don't know what you mean by that, but I would say it could be an incentive for losing weight. You can make sandwiches, but use slices of meat instead of bread. Yeah, or start with one slice of bread. Laugh out loud, I'm offended. 15 years ago, I was doable. Now it's Joe. You are still doable. I'm not saying you're not doable. You were totally doable. You're totally doable now. You're totally doable now. The Cramps were great. Yeah. Am I saying Joe is the only one who's doable here? No, I'm not saying that. Fantanic, says Vatanai. I went to a sex shop, and the shop assistant showed me the new range of blow-up dolls. There was a policewoman doll, a nurse doll, and the new advanced expensive ISIS doll, which blows itself up. All right. I mean, it's not as funny as it could be because it's like basically that's what they. But that's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. You're still doable with that. Yeah, that's still Evie's still doable. You and Joe together. Yes. 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 Let's all get on the Thames Clipper from Battersea Power Station to Canary Wharf. Yeah, we can meet up there. Yeah, the Thames Clipper. And it's easy to get to. I think you take the train into Liverpool, or you could take the train to Victoria, or whatever. I was going to ask which one. Wait a second. Who are you asking this to? But Maltese Phil suggested that. I mean, this is the thing. We're on the right. I can feel myself because let's see what's happened. I've been looking at Top Chat the entire time and not live chat. What was I thinking? I was thinking because I've started to lose weight. I've lost at least 2 or 3 kilograms in the past week or so. This show has made me incentivize losing weight. It has. It's going down the sex rabbit hole instead of health. Hurry. Okay, yeah, forget about that. Health. Let's be healthy because it's all related. If you are not diabetic, you'll be more affable. Be more affable. When I was in the hospital the other day, people are not affable because they've got all sorts of things because they have diabetes. And I'm talking about the nurses. I would actually be too scared to go to London. No, you wouldn't. We'll meet you at the train station. Sex is health, isn't it? Yes. You've got to have testosterone and estrogen to have health, to have sex. And in order for you to have sex, you have to have more people wanting to be with you. Basically. I think women get on better with a sex rabbit. They probably do, but they don't want to live like that. They want a man to cuddle them and to love them. They want to feel what do women want? They want Papa's FS. They want protection, provision, fun, status. They want attention. Women want attention. They want to be yelled at occasionally. September 13th demonstration in London. Be there if you can. If you love Britain, if you love your culture, if you love your people, yes, you should. Mark the Rosian. You were in my head, Watermelon. Okay. Genghis Khan once asked a man over 100 how he lived so long. Old man told him, Great Sea. What does that mean? Mark J. Genghis Khan once asked a man over 100 plus how he lived so long, and the old man told him, Great Sea. I don't know what that means. Joe says, so funny. So funny, Lorna. Should choose my words better. Laugh out loud, Lorna. So that's Joe talking. What's wrong with GH, Lorna? What is GH? Well, a few of you live in London. Don't be embarrassed about it. So we're going to have a massive... No, we're not going to. Can we not talk so openly about this? Let's all work on us being together. Let's all work on this, on being cuddling and friendly and whatever. Yeah, this is wrong. I shouldn't be talking like this. I'm planting the seeds on Discord. On Discord. How can we contact each other? Discord? I think it's free Discord. So let's go on Discord. You'll have to come to the Mersey. But it's no danger. It's just a professional career. But it could be arranged with just arranging Mr. Churchill's. You're out of luck. The Mersey, the Thames, and whatever it is. No, it shouldn't. Tonight it's Sunday night. It's Sunday night. We are cuddly, friendly, interesting, and intelligent, of course. Yeah, you are. You are. And you know what the most important thing to men? Oliver's Army, one of my favorite songs ever. Oh my God. I must have listened to that song hundreds of times. And I remember singing it. In the 1970s. It was like a really boring time in a way. The Vietnam War was over. People didn't want anything to do with craziness. And I remember thinking, and I would rather be anywhere else, Kerry, than here. I don't feel that way now, but I felt that at the time. And I was up at school. How long does the Murray Ferry? How long does the Mersey Ferry take, Kerry? It depends from where. From from near the mouth to the thing. Liverpool flights. Why is the floor sticky in immigration there? Reuben Oliver's Army. Yeah, thank you, Simon. 1979. They have party nights on the Mersey ferries. Oh, is that right? Do they really do that? Do they do that? Yeah. Do they do that? I saw Elvis Costello in Portsmouth Guildhall, thinking maybe 1984. Yeah, he was great, and they've tried to kill him. They tried to kill him. I don't think they deserve that. So you, Jared, asked about the Mersey ferry. Um, yeah. So it's wear life belts on the ferry. Yeah. The Jedsa says think that this chat is out of control. I think it is a bit out of control. It's like it's very dirty. Because I know, and I'm someone who's denied women love. I have, because I was so picky back in the day. I was so, and even now, so picky. I bet a friend of mine, my friend Dan, has a joke where he says to a girl, "Would it kill you?" I'll use another word rather than the word. Would it kill you to do me? Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Would it kill you to do me? Would it kill you? Would it kill you? And the answer is no, because let's talk about. Let's take this where it's the logical conclusion. I don't believe in germs. It's not going to kill you. You're not going to get AIDS. You're not going to get HIV. You're not going to catch any of this stuff. It's all lies. Do you like the Smiths and Morrissey solo stuff? Not really. Not as much. I was not a big Smiths fan, though I like Morrissey personally, I think, whatever it is. Elvis Costello, I want you. I want you. No, that's the Beatles. I want you. Very intense, Lud says. Yeah, it was very intense. I mean, because that they want to make us believe. Carrie says, yes, different themes. ABBA, Beatles, Queen, all kinds. Is that they want us to believe that you can catch a disease by one little bit of a germ on the top of a pen. One little bit can go on your skin. And maybe even not on your skin. It has to go in your bloodstream. So one little bit goes in your bloodstream. It goes all the way around your body, multiplying, and you're dead. Shipbuilding is my favorite Costello song. But it's not as catchy as Oliver's Army. Oliver's Army was so amazing. I mean, it was amazing. And I didn't even know what the hell it was about until I found out. I still loved it. What about the Rolling Stones? Huge Rolling Stones fan. I mean, not tremendously, because I like Mick Jagger more now than ever. And who of the Rolling Stones do you like? I like Ron Wood, basically. But he's had to subvert himself in order to be in the Rolling Stones. Elvis Costello used to live here. Where did he? Oh, in the Mersey. His father was a great performer. Great performer. I wasn't picky, but I am now. Well, I'm the other way around. I was really picky. I was really picky. I would, and now maybe I am just as picky. I don't know. I just think we need. There was a Checkpoint Charlie. Didn't even crack a smile. Yeah, it's about being in Berlin. He lived in New Brighton. Yeah, I did the Floral Pavilion in New Brighton. Is that right? Right by the water there, Kerry. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I love performing. I mean, that's what this is, kind of. I mean, it's not performing, but it's like talking to people. That's what performing is for me. So when you look down at a microscope and see the one thing splitting into two, then 4, then 8. What do you think is happening? That's bacteria. That's not a germ. That's not a virus. That's a bacteria. Yes, that can happen. But if you're not healthy, then it grows to 16 and 32. But up until that time, it's just, our body is covered in E. coli and salmonella. What do you think is happening? Keith Richards Beck's comment is, you can't polish a turd. Yeah. I'd like to hear what you, Jared, says, because you're the most educated, most involved person here. His dad advertised Ron White's lemonade. Yeah, so in a way he was privileged. And Elvis Costello is not his real name, but he was great. Why can't we change our names? Maybe I'll change my names after the transcript of this comes out and they say that I'm a great big pervert. That was my playground when I was a kid, Lewis. The shore in New Brighton. Yeah. Yeah. Britain is great. Britain is great. Britain is great. Let's keep it great. Let's keep Britain great. We're waiting for you, Jared, to say, I'm against germs. I'm against viruses. I don't believe in them. Okay? I believe you can get sick by having too much junk put in your body. I believe that. I believe you can get sick from bacteria if you're not healthy. But if you're healthy, then you're going to be in good shape, I think. Right? I think that's what's going to happen. Who's going to argue with me? Why don't you argue with me? I'm so arguable. I'm not going to hate you for arguing with me. So we agree that there is bacteria. Yes, I believe in bacteria. And do you think those bacteria can release toxins? I do believe. I believe the body reacts to it, has an allergic reaction. That's what it is. We have irritation causes inflammation, causes death. I do. But I don't believe in viruses. I don't believe in germs. Okay? And I don't believe that if your hands are dry, you don't have bacteria on them. You need wet to have bacteria on them. The first beach I went to was Orchard Beach. That's amazing. I used to live right across from there in Great Neck. And later we would go to Coney Island. Yeah. Well, where were you living at the time? In Yonkers? So there you go, Marianne. That's a beach in the Bronx. In the Bronx. That's where Co-op City is over there. But us women can't argue with you because you think we're horrible. That's not true. You're talking to me, Joe. That's not true. You can argue with me. Women can argue better because I listen to you. I actually respect women. I don't believe in germs, says Watermelonion, but still wouldn't lick a kitchen counter that had a raw chicken breast on it. If it was dry, I wouldn't either. But if it was dry, I would. If it's wet, I would not lick it. No. But why is chicken so dirty, but beef isn't dirty? I don't know. Somebody who explained that. Did somebody say that yesterday? Right. You shouldn't. I cook chicken, but dry food is dead food. Right? I read that Michael, what are you saying here? I don't believe in germs, okay? You should change the name to Josh Howie. You should change your name to Josh Howie, and then you could finally have your own TV show. I couldn't. He's very whatever he is. He's good. Whatever he is. Enough of him. I read that Michael Keaton had to change his name from Michael Fox because of Michael J. Fox, and he didn't want to change from Fox, but gave up in the end. Keaton still means fox anyway in Japan. How interesting. Well, you have to change your name sometimes if you got a bad name. I had a girlfriend. Her name was Jackie Lipschitz, and she hated her name from Jackie. She changed it to Diana Lipschitz. But you can't see all viruses on. I don't care whether you can't see all viruses. Even the viruses you can see, I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid. You should be clean. Yes, maybe. Maybe you don't even need to be clean, says you Jared. But you can see viruses on electron microscopes. But are the viruses moving around? No, they're not, because they're not living. They're fragments of stuff. So I'm not worried about them. Kerry, when I was a kid, the Mersey was raw sewage. It just poured out of the pipe straight into the river. That's the same for every place in every country in the world. In New York, it was like that. The Hudson and East River were dirty. They were all dirty, and now they become less dirty. So a big round of applause for clean rivers. In days of yore, lots of people died because they were dirty. That's exactly not true. That's not true. They died because they moved to London and they did dirty things and their bodies were not used to it and they were eating horrible, unhealthy food, Lorna. So that's what it is. Eat healthy food. Eat healthy food. Eat healthy food. That's the most important thing. And there we go. Look what Claire says. Lewis, you look particularly hot tonight in your tight t-shirt. Yeah, it's tight. It is tight. I'm going to be thinner tomorrow. I'm going to be a kilo thinner tomorrow. Maybe. Okay. I smoked and drank, but as you know, and had cancer twice. But I know people clean as nuns and unfortunately died. I think it's a bit of a lucky draw. Here is the point. The point is why, what does smoking and drinking do? It helps the mitochondria. It makes the cells break down. And then, I mean, the double threat of drinking is it's got high sugar in it. And sugar feeds cancer. That's why you got to stay away. You've got to stay away from alcohol. And it's not that the dirt doesn't, our body has the highest rate of acidity. I'm going to eat a kebab, Lewis. What is your view on kebabs? Well, I actually eat a lot of, hold on a second. Where are we here? Hold on a second. I lost my place here. Alex asked this question. I'm going to eat. I love kebabs. But I take half of the wrap off. Number one, and I try to eat only lamb kebabs, and I try only to eat, or if there's no lamb, I have a chicken kebab. So I'm with you. What is your feeling about kebabs? At that point, we were living in Walton Avenue on 183rd Street in the Bronx. We also used to go to the Bronx Zoo, the Bronx Botanic Gardens, and the Fordham branch of the New York Public Library. The Bronx was amazing at a certain point. And then the city destroyed it. They built all these public housing projects. They brought in immigrants from other places, cheap workers, whatever. And so people left. They left. They went up to Yonkers and they went up to Peekskill, and that's what they did. Yeah, you changed your name. John Wayne was like Shirley something. That's right. Ivor Bands. We all got the C gene with us. It's if it triggers. That's bull. I don't believe in that at all. Is that there's like, I think you're talking about C difficiles or C whatever it is that there's these stuff where the world is dirty. Eat the world. Look at this. Look what I'm going to do. I just licked the microphone. Do you remember when John Lennon was shot? Yes, I do. I went to his thing in Central Park. Really, really sad. Really sad, says Russ. Russ asked when I done. Marion Morrison. He changed his name. He had to change his name. John Wayne. It's a great name. Marion. Yeah, that's what it was, Lorna. Big Daddy was Shirley Crabtree. They have to change their names. I mean, probably today you could keep your name. Like, you keep your name, and you just say, I'm man enough to have a name like this. It's like that. It's like and Marianne will remember that, with a name like Smuckers or Smuckers, it's got to be good. Do you remember that? Yeah, be proud. Too many antibiotics was right. People probably had less allergies because people were dirty. Yes, because that's why they didn't get all these diseases, which are a bunch of lies, like polio or measles. There's no measles. There's no polio. And I'm whatever. I'm not going to get. I mean, I wouldn't vaccinate my kids. So come on board the Love Boat, coughing and sneezing everywhere. Yeah, cough and sneeze on me. Are you still going to shake hands? Yes, I will. I'll shake hands and I'll give you a kiss. And you'll say, oh, I just had COVID. I'll kiss you anyway. Because if you're healthy, you can be kissed. Am I right? This is what I believe. Hold on. I keep on losing my place. I'm reading here. I don't know. I lost. I don't know what happened. I lost a lot of the thread here. Yeah, if you're a hot girl, we'll do more than shake hands, says Watermelon. The Hudson was very dirty. Riverkeeper did a great job, great deal of work, advocacy to clean it up. I still wouldn't eat fish from the Hudson. Right, because it's got the PCBs there. I mean, I've gone swimming in the Hudson many times. Up at Bard, up in Annandale and Hudson, across the river from Kingston. We lost our immunities. Yes, we have, because we've taken all those antibiotics. Are you okay? I can't touch things that I know others have touched, says Lorna, even though I was a farmer. You can touch things. I go into the park and I pick up rubbish with my hands. If you're sick, you shouldn't do that. But if you're healthy, you should do that. I'm not coughing. Everything is perfect. I can't touch it. Okay, I might need to make a few changes before the trip. Yeah, well, you'll still see me, and you'll say, I stopped using soap. I don't shampoo my hair. I don't brush my teeth. I don't use sunscreen. My uncle used to run a kebab shop, Mark J. The house stunk of garlic here years ago because he always fetched kebabs with garlic sauce to the house. Yeah, garlic sauce. That's what I would have. I'd have it with garlic sauce, but half the amount of garlic sauce. I love a Donner, but Heart Attack City. Why is a Donner Heart Attack City? Please tell me why. A Donner is Heart Attack City. Ruben, I want to hear the answer to this. Lewis, could you please increase your audio? Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, exactly right. Sorry. It went down. When I licked it, it went down. Thank you, Jedster. Yeah. Cheese string. I mean, maybe that's why we lost a couple of people listening. Okay. Who is Big Daddy? Let's see. Did you see the WNBA games, people, threw dildos on the court? No, I didn't see that. I didn't hear about that. Why is that? Was that nice or not nice? Great on Ben Leo's show last night, says Big Steve. Hey, Big Steve. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Make sure you like and subscribe. Free. Don't ever change. I'm going to change. I'm going to be dead soon. I'm 68 years old. Johnny Cash. Was that his real name? Great song. My name is Sue. How do you do? It's such a funny song. He was never at Folsom Prison. He was never a prisoner. My two great aunties died of measles. They were 3 and 5. You think they died of measles. You were told they would die of measles. It's like all those people who were dying of COVID. They're dying of COVID. They weren't dying of COVID. They were murdered. Or they had really unhappy lives, or they were given all sorts of medications that they shouldn't have been given. So I don't believe that. Do not believe that. People were sick. All those people who died in Spanish flu, they were all unhealthy people who've been fighting a war. Okay, I've just got back from the Democratic Congo where I was working with Ebola sufferers. Are you sure you want to shake hands? Yes, I would, and that would make me a great guy. It would make me a great guy. One could develop antibiotic resistance. Jarrett, yeah, you're right. Yes, I would. One could develop antibiotic resistance from not taking antibiotics properly for the full length of treatment. Yes, antibiotic paradox. They should outlaw antibiotics, even though I've taken it dozens of times. It's really bad. Do you think we've gotten too clean? Yes, I do. I don't look at me. I stopped using soap. Well, I've used it on my hands. Let's see. Where are we doing? It was years ago, but thanks you. Yeah. You're just the right amount of dirty. Watermelon is saying. That's funny. Too clean can be bad unless less immunity, I think. I agree with you, Joe. And sorry about your auntie. He was a British wrestler, says Russ Owen. Many children died from measles, whooping cough, scarlet fever. All lies. all lies. They were underfed. They were in toxic environments. These places were too close together with too many people. They were told they were going to die. There's probably a happy medium of exposure to germs, etc., to develop immunity. No, people do not have immunity to germs. They don't have immunity to germs. You just don't be. I can't believe I'm talking like this. This is what I believe. You don't have to believe what I believe. Is what kills people is the irritation. Don't be irritated. Us women like when men go down. Yeah. Big Daddy was a blonde-haired wrestler in the UK. I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. Well known years back, around the time Frank Bruno was popular in boxing. I've got to calm down. I got vaccinated for polio and measles, says Alex. Yeah, you go do it. So did I. And this is no more vaccinations from me. What do you think about that?
You're wrong.
My own son, my beautiful son, has been.
See you later.
Okay, I'll see you later. Can you bring back something? Are you going to bring back some food?
No.
No. You had measles when you were 5, Kerry. But if I had small children now, I'm not sure I'd vaccinate them. You did not have these measles. You didn't have measles. You had an irritation that you go look, Google this woman. Her name is Dr. Sam Bailey. I'm recommending her. Hold on a second. We're gonna find her. Dr. Sam Bailey. She's from New Zealand. And you read her. She's a woman too. And I hate, you know me with women. I don't like women. But I love Sam Bailey, and she's a woman. So what does that mean about me, Dr. Sam Bailey? Whoops, I'm not looking at the right thing. There we go. Here we go, the measles myth. Let's see if we can find this thing. Oh my God, people are really upset by this. Yeah, go Google this thing. Watch this woman. What would do all of her videos? She's a doctor. Yes, she is. She's so beautiful, this woman. She's beautiful. I'm proud anti-COVID vaxxer, though I've had 0 doses. Yeah. I mean, they wanted to give it to me. We're gonna end the show in a few minutes. We're gonna end the show in 20 minutes, okay? Because it's otherwise I'm gonna have a stroke. My mom used to tie a dark cloth over the lights to save our eyes. That's what people believed. They believed in that stuff. Don't go too close to the television. Remember the people who used to say that? They're all lies. We've just been lied to. I got to tend to some lepers, but I'm still be listening. I won't be able to comment. Okay, you. But your opinion is totally valuable. I had mumps and smallpox, chickenpox. You did not have mumps or chickenpox. You were told you had mumps or chickenpox because all these diseases are all the same. They all seem the same. You get a rash on the outside and they go, oh, it looks like chickenpox or it looks like mumps. We're all lied to, every single one of them. My mom used to look. Okay, where are we? What are we doing? It's also disgraceful of producer not to bring any food back to the studio for the talent. Yes, it is disgraceful of him. And I think he's angry at me because he's got to go out and play tennis. I had measles twice. You were told you had measles twice. You had similar symptoms, but you know, I got to tend to some lepers. Okay, that's what he's saying. I had chicken pox, and before that, German measles. I had fever. When I had German measles, I couldn't shake for a day. It was horrible. Yeah, you were poisoned by your parents, whoever. They told you were sick and going to die. Just like COVID. Like when I had COVID, they said you're going to die. You're going to die. You go to the hospital. And I remember thinking to myself, if I go to the hospital and I cough, they're going to stick a ventilator on me and kill me. That's what they did. That's why people died of COVID. And all the other ones were all old. And the other ones were sick. It's a death. They made it a death sentence. I think I had German measles. Is that a thing? No, it's not. It is not a thing. Go look above in that YouTube in the YouTube chat up there and watch this woman. Mumps made it hard to swallow, and chicken pox was very itchy. But I'm okay at 57, except for PTSD and anxiety, needing Eliquis to avoid another pulmonary embolism. You don't need that. You don't need that. None of you people, you should say, I was told I had chicken pox. They don't have tests for these. They don't have tests. The idea, okay, I've got to calm down. Annette is here. She always comes so late, Annette. Why do you come so late? I hope your wife looked after your boys when you were ill. Who are you talking to? Massive, yeah. No, this was the boys were old. Massive cheeks and awful scars in the 60s. It was a thing. Yeah, it was the sick thing. Lewis, I just want to say that this show and all the members in the chat really makes my day every day. Thank you, Lewis, and thank you, everyone. That's like really nice. That's like really, really nice. Lewis, I've been lurking and cooking, but got to say, vaccines don't cure Jack. They don't cure Jack. They don't prevent Jack. They don't cure Jack. This is what Annette says. Are you going to listen to Annette? But she's agreeing with me. I'm listening to Annette. Annette, thank you very much. My bumhole was itchy, and I was told it was because of dry wipe. My house has no bidet, so what do I do, Cheese Strig? What do? You eat a proper diet, and you don't even need to wipe. With an all-meat diet, you don't have a runny bum, so you don't get that. You don't get that. You don't need to use wipes. I hope you don't put the wipes in the loo, because they can make it very, very sticky down there. A boy down our street got mumps, and it caused him to be sterile. We don't know what the story is. That's what he was told. It's to make you afraid. They want us to be afraid. That's what this all is. What do you think bringing people into the country is all about? The worst kind of people into the country. They want to make us afraid. They brought in Romanian. They brought in Ukrainian women into the country. But people weren't afraid. So who can we bring into the country to make people afraid? It's fear. They're fear mongers. People wrongly assume that Lewis just says all this stuff to be funny for the TV. Yes, I do say it to be funny for the TV, but I also believe it. And I hope some of you people do too. And maybe I'm wrong. You can prove I'm wrong. You're sensational today, says Timmy. Welcome on to the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Sean W. just subscribed. You subscribe and make sure you like. You're sensational today. Much better than the vanilla GB News vanilla shot. Well, it's the TV. I'm on my best behavior. This is me talking. If I had talked the entire show, it would be sensational too. Doesn't chicken pox, which doesn't exist, is more likely to give you shingles. Shingles doesn't exist either. It doesn't exist. Oh, your blood pressure. Thank you. Thank you, Ruben. Yeah, I'm lowering my blood pressure. Yeah, the Jed still loves this chat. Thank you very much, Timmy. Annette, are you married to Rod? Who is Rod? Anyway, Avocado Man, why do you join so late in the show? Avocado Man. Some bums and broads here. Same bums and broads. Yeah, we all know each other. And we want to get to know you better, too. Yes, they say that if you have had chicken pox, you are at a greater risk of shingles. Because basically, you're a sick person to get chicken pox. And sick people get all the diseases. Look at all the diseases that I have. I had dandruff, psoriasis, my retinopathy in my eyes. My gums were bleeding. My teeth was falling out. I had full body psoriasis. I got arthritis in my arm and in my finger and my knees. Okay? I had all of that. I had gout. I had swollen hands. Because when you have diabetes, you're sick. And when you're sick, you have all diseases. No vaccines made me ill. I had a bad reaction to the 6 needles they did when they jabbed me back in the 90s. MMR jab. Yeah. I mean, do the MMRs cause autism? I don't know if they do. But they don't help They don't help stop any diseases. Yep. Vaccine mandates. You were told, get vaccinated or lose your job. How evil are these people? And it's all left-wing Team World people. Meanwhile, more than 1 million unvaccinated illegal immigrants were giving housing. I got to calm down. Got to calm down in the country. Yeah, they don't believe it. They're liars. They actually believe that they just want to spread fear. It's like, let's make people afraid. Let's make people afraid. Yeah, let's make people afraid. Thank you, Warmelian. Joe says, my mom had shingles, but hey, I'm not arguing today. Yeah, she had. I'm not saying these diseases don't exist. What gave me erectile dysfunction? What gave me full body psoriasis? What gave me these things? Was it a little germ that got on the thing? Let's get rid of it. No. And it can come back in an instant when I eat carbs. If you're hearing this for the first time. Okay. Yes, I've read that too. Can cause miscarriage or mental retardation, if recall correctly. Yeah, because it's part of being sick. And sickness is causing all of that. Marianne, I don't believe it. Lewis Schaffer does not believe it. Would you date a woman who doesn't shave? Her face or her legs? We're Asperger's. We built this city. We built the city on Lewis. Yeah, I wish it was true. When you have chicken pox as a child, apparently, I had it twice and it was horrible. Bubbles on the skin. I've had that too. I've had bubbles on the skin, and chamomile lotion made it feel even sicker. I still have the scar from the bubbles. Yeah, because you were a sick boy, Mark J. You didn't have chicken pox. You were badly fed. You weren't getting enough sleep. You were hanging out in dirty, I don't know, too much. The disease to please. I don't know what that means, avocado. Yes, under COVID, we couldn't enter some stores without proof of the jabs. But Biden left the border open for 4 years, and I bet 99% had zero vaccines or anything. Exactly. The left are liars. The liberals are liars. The labor are liars. They're liars. The team, I'm not going to get upset. My ex had rapid ejaculation. I hated it. Literally couldn't last a minute, which caused an argument, and we broke up. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Ugly women gave me erectile yeah. There's no such thing as an ugly woman. I had chicken pox in my throat. Yeah, Adrian Wilson, thank you for joining us. And Timmy is here too. Yeah, you had chicken pox in your throat. What does that mean? I don't believe it. I believe you can have, in fact, I remember I went to New York in 1991 or something, and I was living in, I was so exhausted. It was like, I was so stressed out. I was looking after the kids. I was like so stressed out. Timmy, YOU''E. Anyway, everybody, subscribe. Sean just subscribed. Like, go join the thing. Let's get some joining people. Anyway, and I was so exhausted and so stressed out, and I flew to New York, and I had boils on my hand. And then I rested and relaxed, and it just went away. Never had it again. Man knocked over by bus, tested for COVID, post-mortem, death certificate issued with COVID as a cause of death. They manipulated the system. They want us to be afraid, Ruben. That's exactly right. It's a bad self-help book. What are you talking about? Is that what I'm saying here? Adrian Wilson. Oh, it was horrible. Had to gargle disinfectant. No, you didn't. You just leave it alone and rest. Rest and sun and lower stress. That's all you got. That's all we have to do to get well. A Viagra truck was hijacked in London. Here comes a joke. And the police said they were looking for 2 hardened criminals. That's a good joke. That's a very good joke. Thank you, Avocado Man. That happened a lot, Ruben. They lied. Exactly. They're liars. Anybody wearing a mask is a liar. Masks do not protect you. Lewis, don't forget to check what I sent you. Oh my God, I better check Joe. I'm so bad, Joe. You can't like me after this. Yeah, I'll make it up to you in some way. I'll make it up to you in some way. Lewis. Yes, they lied about COVID cases, says Mark J. They linked other illnesses like flu, pneumonia to COVID deaths. Yeah, there was no flu for an entire year. How does that happen? Where did the flu go? Same thing with like herpes. Where is the herpes when you don't have it? But when you have it, you got it. But when you don't have it, it's just sitting there, hidden somewhere. They don't know where. I always find it difficult sticking with girlfriends because they always feel like I'm cheating there. Yeah, it's a bunch of lies. Bunch of lies. Timmy, welcome back. Where are you from again? Where are you from again? I don't even know why I'm asking. I would like to help you, Alex. Tea tree oil is good for acne. No, it is not good for acne. Tea tree oil is a plant oil. I doubt it's good for acne. What's good for acne is no carbs. You want to improve your skin, no carbs, no toxic seed oils, no DUAC, whatever that is. I don't even know what it is. I'm saying don't do it. You know, it's a bad self-help book. What is the bad self-help book, Avocado Man? Okay, so what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do this. I'm going to go and put up the Discord invite. You're all invited. Everybody on your best behavior. Okay? Can you be on your best behavior on the Discord thing? Okay, so let's look on the Discord. And you can all meet people, and we can all meet people. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Discord. It's on the chat. Are you ready to go to the chat? Are you ready to go to the chat? Are you ready to go to the chat? Okay, you go there. I probably will not be on there because I've just spent 2 hours with you, and that's enough. And that's enough. Okay, so we're going to go there. Okay, here's the Discord chat. What I want you to do is, I want you to subscribe if you can. How many people have joined us? Yeah, we've got 969 subscribers. We're 31 short. So that's the biggest thing you can do is subscribe. The second biggest thing is to like this thing. Is that too much to ask? Time to chat. What I'm also going to make sure you like it. We've got 36 likes, which is a lot of likes considering, there's not that many people who've watched the initial part of the show. I have loved your company. Thank you, Lorna. I have loved you as a person and your company. Get some sun and sea salt in your face, Alex. It's not very... Forget about that, Kerry. Be healthy on the inside. Do not eat carbs. Do not eat carbs. Okay, that's what Lewis Schaffer says. Don't eat carbs. Don't eat toxic seeds, which are toxic. Don't eat olive oil. Don't eat sunflower seeds. Anything that's made with a plant, do not eat. I don't chat on Discord because I don't want you to be talking about me and have me see it. I don't watch it, but it's nice. It's nice that you're there. You can talk amongst yourselves. You can say, hey there. Hey there, Kerry. I really like you a lot. Then you could say, yeah, this is my number. Call me. I don't know how you would do it, really. I'm too old for this. But, I don't know. Is that wrong, Kerry? Am I wrong for this way? Alex is on Discord. Yeah, so do it there. Great show today, says Joe. Do the homework and catch up tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do the homework. I'm going to read your thing. Watching Lewis's sub count is like watching England's run count in cricket. I mean, it goes up so slowly. And Ned is going to have supper. Enjoy your supper. So that's what I'm saying. It's been really good. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Okay? Are you all right? Are you all right on your own? No olive oil. Yeah. No olive oil in that. Sorry. I mean, I like a little bit of olive oil in pizza, whatever, but it's not It's not a health food. People didn't used to eat with it until about 150, 200 years ago. I think GB News helped you gain. No, I checked the number out today. We've gained 7 from this chat today, so that's a lot. 7 today. That's really good. Good Sunday show, Lewis. If not a little out of control. Yes, it was a bit out of control. I think I should have calmed down. Mark J, it'll be 1,000. It'll be 1,000. I hope it's going to be 1,000. It'll be 1,000. Patreon too. That's another thing. I don't know what else I can recommend. This podcast tonight was one of your best ever, says somebody. I love watching you. Now, where did it go? It's only on for like a second. I've got to check where it is. Let me just see what it is. I love watching you. You look so hot. Loads of people come on the chats. I'm so tired. Talk tomorrow. Okay. There we go. This is someone. I'm not going to say who that is, but someone. Okay. All loved by interesting people. Thank you very much for coming. You are not a man. You're a man and a half. There you go. Thank you, Russ. Remember, Russ is open to any of the girls coming out there. Get thin, like and subscribe, Marianne. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe and get thin. Get thin. No carbs. The way you get thin is by no carbs, okay? I'm putting it right now. What I'm going to do is I'm putting it on end stream, so you won't be able to hear anything, but you'll be able to write some stuff for a couple of minutes. Probably like 2, 3, 5 minutes. So write that. Okay.
you.